It's official. I have the check right here. It's a new music income, and it is something that I have been working on for a very, very long time. No, it's not a new library that I sent my music to and they are putting it in there and I'm making some possible future income. It's not that. My sync licensing income is still developing, so subscribe to this channel if you want to hear more about that journey. Believe me, when exciting news happens in sync licensing, I'm going to tell you on this channel. And no, I didn't have a popular song that took off on a stock music library on a terrific month like Stevie B did in his latest exploits with stock music. That didn't happen. I didn't sell a song to a company and make 5 figures, which I almost did last year, but it didn't happen. And that is still not what I'm talking about with this. And no, this isn't a paycheck from a client who I am working for right now, helping them do their music, but I still do that with my music label. And again, that would not be a new music income. So what is this brand new music income? Well, you're going to have to sit through the logo to find out. No, this new check, this new income that will be ongoing every month, you could say is a job, a music day gig, you could call it. But it's one that I've been focused on and pursuing since 2009. It encompasses and includes almost 100% of everything that I have been doing in my 25 plus year career working with artists, producing them, working on composing music, arranging music, building my radio label services company, Creative Soul Records, and working for corporate and commercial clients. And it most certainly uses all of my educational experience from the 4 major Division I colleges that I've gone to since I started college out of high school, the University of Kentucky, where I messed around and fooled around with music and wrote songs and things like that, but really didn't pursue it seriously, even though I got a lot of college out of the way, to the University of Illinois, Chicago, where I did more study, to finishing my bachelor's degree at Middle Tennessee State University, focusing on music history and music business. And finally, my master's degree at the University of Central Florida that I just finished here last spring in 2021. It was actually pursuing my bachelor's and going back and finishing my bachelor's degree that I realized that I could have a whole new music income by teaching. And that's what I wanted to get. And that maybe, just maybe, I could do this. That's when the light bulb came on, that I could not only make income from producing music for stock music or for clients or composing and licensing to music libraries and TV and film and all that. I could add to my unique road of education and experience through Nashville, through all the things. I could add to royalties and every other music gig that I have going on all the time. All the different music incomes that I talk about on this channel that come from every which way. I realized I could bring in a whole nother source of income that would add to the bottom line, that would add to all the other music incomes.
Nice.
I could bring in a music income that was steady. And that would only advance all the composing and licensing and other business ventures that I'm already doing because of the steady value it provides and allow me to use all my powers for good. It focuses them not only on making income from music, but leading others down the path to doing exactly what I have been doing my whole life. This is exactly the kind of info that I teach on this channel. So, without further ado,
Well, we're waiting.
I'm happy to announce that I have started teaching full-time at a local high-tech recording school here in the Orlando area, and it is exactly what I was looking for, and I'm so excited to be working with the students there and the faculty there as well. I teach everything from working on a computer, sometimes for the first time with music. I teach a little about sound and music history. I train students on DAWs like Pro Tools and Logic. We work with MIDI synthesis and programming. We do some beginning composition, sound design, music theory that you can really actually use, and some entrepreneurial things like how to create a resume and how to go out and find jobs in the marketplace once you have some of these skills. Finally, after a long 25-year plus music career and the last 13 years trying to finalize my bachelor's and then my master's degree in music, I am finally and totally a full-time composer and educator. Just like with this channel, one influences the other, including this channel. This channel can influence what I teach. My composing influences what I teach. My teaching can also bring back things into my composing and my producing and licensing. Making music income can help me inform other people on how to make music income. It's kind of the basis of this whole channel. In business, we talk about a USP, a unique selling position, something that makes your product different than others that are on the market and help you sell better. Well, that's been my goal since 2009 when I went back to school and found that my unique experience as a producer and a composer could be coupled with the knowledge that I could get from learning stuff in school, learning music the right way, theory, music business, music composition and orchestration, all of these things. Added to the music information, inside info from professors, general education and career butt kicking I got from great teachers and music veterans along the way, all added to who I was to make me who I am now. And now I am relating my entire life in music to people who want to make a life in music. Sure, some of what makes me me is the reality of being in the studio, in the booth, in the classroom, basically in the trenches of the music making business. Producing music for recording artists in the most opulent and unique studios in Nashville with the top session players and engineers in the world was an incredible experience. But also my years of working in my own basement on every music device imaginable. Starting with just a little tape recorder and then a reel-to-reel tape deck, a few microphones, a piano, and my voice, to MIDI and cassette tape, to PC computers with things like Cakewalk or Sonar, and then eventually Logic. And now the contemporary Macs we have with Pro Tools and Logic and all the software that we have and all the plugins that we have. Also, every live gig, church choirs, to marching band competitions, to bars playing 80s pop music, to jazz gigs with my brother and my best friend. And every day I ran sound, or DJ'd, or worked as a music director at churches, or did any music gig, all of that, all my life, has led to this. See, you don't just necessarily get your dream job because you went to college right out of high school, got the info you needed, and walked right into a studio or label or whatever your goal was. It does happen for a lucky few. The first internship turns into a job, and that turns into a career. It can happen, but most of us don't get that lucky. We may have natural talent, or we may not. Some school or teacher may recognize that a kid is a virtuoso music prodigy, and scholarships abound and eventually turned into a music performing career. Someone might be a natural at teaching. Right from high school or college, they walk right into a teaching degree, and that career lasts a lifetime. Or we might take all the right steps, go to all the right schools, do all the right experiences, but we get out of college with a degree and no one bites on our resume.
And then depression set in.
Or we may meander from barely graduating high school, wander around college halls for a few years because our parents paid for it, or we got a grant or a school loan, but all you want to do is make your own music, so you don't listen, you don't go to class. This almost sounds like something I'm experienced with. Well, listen to this. This check is proof that you can get your serious hat on, take all you have done, all you have learned, and turn it into a music income that can support you and your family, along with all the other things you want to do. And you may not exactly know what the job will be. I did not see this particular job coming.
You didn't see that coming?
I would not have looked at all the schools that were out there, even in this area, and known this would be the perfect one for me. For my skills, my background, I would not have known that these students, this particular school, and all that they offer would be where I need to fit. I had other ideas, and I was actually pursuing them and interviewing with other companies as well. But it's not luck. Stevie B and I talk about this in one of our podcasts about luck. Luck really isn't luck. It's preparation meeting opportunity. You've probably heard this before. Well, this job and my life basically is preparation meeting opportunity, meeting reality and experience, and a plan. And you can do this too. So it's time you get to it. Follow all the music paths you want. Meander all you want. Follow your muse. But if music incomes are what you are after, get to work somehow on music right now. Get either education, get business cards and get them out there. You've got to get to work. Get the knowledge you need to do what you need to do. Maybe you want to work at a studio. Find a way. Visit local studios. Talk to the owners and network. Always have examples of your work. Maybe a business card with a QR code on it that leads them to your SoundCloud or to your disco site or any website that they can hear what you do. This goes for finding artists and clients to compose for as well. Show them what you can do, and they will want what you have done for others for themselves.
Yes! 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 Oh! I'll have what she's having.
The most important thing that I want to stress on this, about this new income, is that it's not luck. It's not some random ad I answered and just happened to get the job. I had a plan for the last 13 years to get to this point. The point that I am holding this check right here and saying to you that I have added a new music income. I knew I could add teaching as another income in addition to all the other things I was doing, licensing things and the royalty things and client work and music licensing, which I decided 4 or 5 years ago that I was going to point in that direction and be very, very focused on it. I also added this YouTube channel, and now that is another music income. By the way, that just paid me last week for the first time. Cha-ching. As I talk about ad nauseum on this channel, it's all about multiple music incomes and then continuing to add to them. For me, this full-time teaching job might seem like a lot to add on to an already busy life of composing, arranging, running a record label with 10 to 12 artists, and my main focus on music licensing. In addition to this channel that I do every week and make these videos. But in reality, it provides a means to take away some of the multiple music income streams that either cause me stress or I just don't want to do. It makes room for more of the things that I do want to do. In fact, I can now say a word I haven't said in almost 22 years. What is that word again?
How about no?
No.
No, 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 no!
No!
No.
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 No! No!
No.
No! 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 I refuse. No!
This job, which in some ways is the dream job that I've been aiming at, and maybe what God had in store for me all along, is also the safety net I have really needed for years, trying to pay all my bills and to say no to music gigs that I previously did so just so I could keep everything paid. So in some ways, a full-time music gig balances all the other things I do quite nicely. Okay, so that's the big reveal. That's the big secret. Got a new job that provides monthly and bi-weekly even income that helps me do all the other things so I can have laser focus on music licensing, have laser focus on my channel and my teaching, and lets me do all the things that I need to do to continue to make music income. Finally, after 13 years of endless education, it seems, a natural evolution from a full-time Nashville music producer to a full-time focused composer, which is where I have been wanting to get back to. And now the educator part is complete. So now I can sit back and sip a lovely beverage by the pool all day, right? Well, maybe on the weekends. But for now, it's a new season of new music work, new music experiences, and of course, a brand new way to make music income. If you have questions about how you can reach your goals and make music income in the way you always wanted to, just put them below in the comments. I would love to find out more about what you're wanting to do. Or you can also email MakeMusicIncome@gmail.com. And watch this video that talks about making the music video that we've all wanted to make. Thanks for watching.